Immediately after Charlie Kirk was murdered, there were many people who ran to the internet to post their ironic takes. Like,
oh, how ironic is it that an advocate of the Second Amendment died by a gunshot? How ironic is it that the good guys with the guns weren't there to save him? How ironic is it that the guy who said some shootings were worth it died by a gun? So I'm going to unpack these stupid remarks because these people don't get it. Let's start with the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Did you get that part? Necessary, not optional. Not a recommendation, shall not be infringed. You better not touch this. It's important. Your so-called freedoms are just privileges if you have no way to maintain them. Millions of people have died who did not have the ability to defend themselves against tyranny. It could be a person, it could be a group of people that have unchecked power, and they silence political opposition, usually with violence. So if we want to talk about real irony, the fact that we have so-called anti-fascists who are cheering on a dissenting voice was executed. You are the fascist. How ironic is it that an advocate of the Second Amendment died by a gunshot? How ironic is it that the good guys weren't there to save him? They a group of people that have unchecked power, and they silence political opposition, usually with violence. If we want to talk about real irony, the fact that we have so-called anti-fascists who are cheering on a dissenting voice was executed. You are the fascist. How ironic is it that an advocate of the Second Amendment died by a gunshot? How ironic is it that the good guys weren't there to save him? How ironic is it that the guy who said some shootings were worth it died by a gun? Oh, if I could add to that, after seeing that reaction, you are never getting my gun. In fact, I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna break it down for you. You wanna end gun violence when it's convenient for you, but you would gladly use guns against your opponents, against people that you hate, and your actions prove that. See, I have this thing called self-control. I have this beautiful firearm. I recognize that I have a responsibility and have respect for the people around me, and understanding that human beings have intrinsic value, that it's not the gun, it's the person. Then we have to acknowledge that bad people are everywhere, because we live in a broken world with evil people, and they don't care about your feel-good. Safe space, gun-free, some stickers, they don't care about that. The vast majority of gun owners in this country practice self-control. So for the people saying how ironic, you're proving his point. Guns aren't out to kill people. How ironic, how ironic, how ironic, how ironic, how ironic, how ironic. So stupid, so stupid. You guys piss me off. These people have no regard for human life. They have no regard for the law, because as far as I remember, murder is illegal, right? Ring, 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 hello 911. You call the good guys with the guns, but you're not really interested in stopping violence. You're interested in control. I think I speak for all freedom-loving, patriotic people in this country that you are never getting our guns, because evil thrives when people are defenseless. Not now, not ever. And if you want to talk about irony, I suggest taking a long look in the mirror.
They have this very utopian vision that if we just get the tool out of circulation, all of the violence is going to go away. I think that's actually a great segue into this misquoted statement from Charlie Kirk.
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. You just don't want to face reality that governments tend to get tyrannical, and that if people need an ability to protect themselves and their communities and their families,